spend the week with me. Let's romanticize the mundane and find joy in the simplicity of everyday life. And why not? Let's try new things too. Little by little, as we shape the life we dream of living. This week, we work in the garden, write, read, run, go grocery shopping, make a birthday cake for my husband, and create beautiful memories, both at home and out in the world. Grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and enjoy the video. You'll find timestamps for each day of my week, so you can watch everything I did and everything I ate along the way. I like to imagine Monday as a door slowly opening. A quiet moment when you glance outside, trying to guess, will it be sun or rain today? It doesn't promise anything, not really. But there is comfort in believing we can read the day with just one look. That's why I love my Monday rituals. I start slowly, intentionally, thinking through what I want, almost whispering to the day all the little things I hope will unfold. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it eases my restless mind. And when the week begins like this, bathed in blue skies and warm light, it's hard to believe there's anything wrong in the world. And the flowers seem to agree. If you're not new here, you probably know already that Mondays, they start pretty much the same. Actually, they continue pretty much the same because I have my weekly tasks for Monday. I woke up super early. I went to the gym this morning, had this amazing workout, heavy workout. Actually, coming back, I felt like it was not like, it was not a little different, but you can see summer. Actually, we reached summer this week, and I'm so excited for that because it's my favorite time of the year. And the sky was so bright already. It was amazing. But anyways, I have to continue with my Monday chores, and the first thing I do, I have to get all the protein I'm gonna use for the week so I can defrost them in advance and I don't have to worry what we are going to eat each day. And besides summer, this week is my husband's birthday, so we are going to have cake on this vlog and the birthday. So what should I get? I don't know if I get the chicken. I don't think I have ground beef anymore. Weird. And I have one package of chicken thighs here that I didn't use last week, so I have for one night. The other night, I think I'm gonna use the cod so I don't need to defrost in advance. So I'm gonna get one more package of chicken thighs, and that's it. Yeah, I know, kind of underwhelming, right? Mondays are usually crazy for me because it's when I edit the latest vlog. I always try to finish, and yes, my gym bag is there. I mean, Mondays, when I say it's a crazy day because I have to edit the latest vlog. I try to finish on Monday so I don't have to worry about it. So for the next days, I can focus on producing more content. So I have more things to edit next week. I have to defrost the protein. I have to clean the house because after the weekend, it's kind of a mess. Not only clean, but I have to tidy the house actually. And I have to make my protein bars because I do this every Monday. So yeah, probably I should get started right away, right? Like every week, Monday lunch is the leftovers of the healthy pizza I make from scratch on Sundays. And of course, the other thing from my routine that I do every Monday. It's time to make my protein bars. Yeah, those protein bars that you see here every week, because you know, we eat every day. So I have to make them every week so we have enough. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't have enough and I have to make it twice. So Mondays are crazy. It's my fault because it doesn't have to be. It's just because if I have something on my to-do list, I want to tackle right away. So I always try to edit all the vlog, the entire weekly vlog on Mondays. That almost never happens, of course, because like today I had more than 700 footage to stitch together and then to tell a story, to write the text and then record the voice over text and edit everything, add music, a lot of things, of course. But the thing is, I have like 3 weeks to have it done. But as I said, just because it's there, I want to tackle it right away. So anyways, but there is another thing about it that it's interesting and it's kind of rewarding because making vlogs give me the opportunity to live twice. Sometimes 3 times or 4 times, depending on the time I'm gonna spend editing and reviewing the footage. But it's interesting because when we talk about romanticizing life, we think about putting things together to make everything beautiful, to make the environment beautiful. But sometimes it's about living beautiful experiences or interesting experience. That's what I think it's about romanticizing life. And I feel privileged to be able to do that. And at the same time, I think it's a kind of an effort I put on it as well, because every day I wake up and I think, okay, how I'm gonna make this day interesting so I have an interesting vlog. And that can look like superficial, like, okay, she's gonna make something interesting just because of the vlogs. But in the process, I make my life interesting as well. I have to live what I record. I always have fun looking back the footage. And in the end, it's like having a journal, you know? When sometimes we live amazing things in life, I know you have amazing experiences as well, and maybe you don't notice. It's just because nowadays we don't have time for almost anything. Even when we have time to live amazing experiences, we don't have time to process them. Maybe we have time to post them quick on social media or something, but not to process the experience. And that's an exercise that we should do more. And you don't have to vlog for that, but journaling is a good tool for that, because when we journal, even if it's as simple as describing what we lived in the day, it's gonna make us see everything we did. And I'm pretty sure today you did more than you thought. And that's it. It's a powerful tool because that's the baseline for gratitude. Everybody talks about gratitude nowadays. Yeah, you have to be grateful, yada yada. And of course you have, but you have to notice. So I invite you, by the end of the day, write down what you did today and try to remember small things, like that smile that you got from your loved ones, or that amazing coffee that you have in the morning. And instantly you are going to be grateful for those moments, but you have to pay attention on them. You don't need to vlog, you don't need to be crazy like me. After dinner is when we round out our calories and especially our protein for the day with our dessert. Tuesday began like so many others, with a run, part of my marathon training. But this time, I gave myself permission to take it a little easier. No extra distance today, just movement, just showing up. I'm still listening to my body, still honoring the effort I gave it yesterday. I ended up running 16 kilometers. Steady, intentional, present. The weather was warm and humid, the kind that makes your clothes cling and your breath feel a little heavier. But there is something about sweating through that kind of heat that reminds me I'm alive, capable, and moving forward. One step at a time. I am tired today, and it's only Tuesday, but I can explain. Actually, this is a good example for when people ask me why I track everything. So I know exactly what is happening. Last week when I went to Costco, I found this creatine package and it was way cheaper than the one I take because I take pills and it's like 5 times, I believe. Yeah, 5 times less. So I got it. But the problem is I usually don't buy creatine in powder because it's hard for me to take. I don't drink shakes normally. Usually it's not part of my routine to drink shakes, and now you're going to see why routine is important even when we talk about diet or the things we eat. So I don't have like a meal or a snack to add the creatine to. Anyways, my husband is taking his shake because he drinks a whey protein shake every day, and I thought, okay, I can add to my yogurt. So every night when I have my yogurt, I can add the creatine there, and it's working fine. The problem is my routine changes a little from Friday night until Sunday. We usually go out or we eat something special, so I don't usually eat yogurt by night. On normal days, I eat my yogurt after dinner as a dessert, so it would be easy. And I totally forgot because I thought, okay, the days I don't eat yogurt, I can take the pills. And I can save a lot of money with that because usually I take 5 pills every day. So it's way expensive that way. And my normal routine, quote unquote, is like that. When I'm warming up my lunch, I already take the pills and I live by my side, so after lunch I take the pills and I never forget. But because I have to adapt to a new routine, the days I didn't eat yogurt by night, I didn't remember that I would have to take the pills, and I didn't. This whole story is just to tell you that now I'm paying the price. This morning when I woke up, I was feeling very sore from yesterday, from my yesterday's training, and it was hard. I thought, okay, I'm gonna run a basic run, like 10 kilometers, it's gonna be okay. By the end, I could stretch my run a little, so I ended up running 16 kilometers, which is okay. But now I feel like it's a lazy start for sure. I washed my hair and they didn't style, so yeah. I'm trying, I have a lot of work to do. I still have to work on my editing, so I'm gonna do that. And after that, I hope with coffee, I can properly start the day. But yeah, I told you this whole story. I've been talking for hours about it just to tell you this. Track what you eat, track what you do, track as much as you can, because you are going to be amazed by the insights that you are going to get. So days like this, when you wake up not feeling your best, you can analyze the past data, and you are going to find out that most of the times it's not something random. It has a cause, and the more you do it, the more you know your body, the more you can deal with those situations. And yeah, so now I'm on recovery mode, and I hope I can recover, and I have to think about a new routine to take creatine every day and don't miss it anymore. I learned the lesson. Well, life is indeed a succession of lessons, right? So let's stop with all of this cheap philosophy and start the day. I need to trellis these tomato plants before they break. My first idea was to transplant them to another pots, to bigger pots, but my mom told me that if I do that, I would probably lose these small tomatoes that they are already forming. She said it would be better if I trellis them here. To be honest, I was not completely sold on this idea because I think it would make shade on the other plants here, but she said it will probably be fine. So I'm gonna try and see what happens for the next days. Actually, I think it's gonna be good for the basil because the basil is not doing well with the directly sunlight, so maybe it's gonna help. The thing is, for this task, I only have skewers and these, I don't know the name, you know, the things that you use to organize wires and other things. Yeah, we are going to make it work because it's the only thing I have. One, I could do it. I actually place it one skewer here, one on the second tier on the hot pepper, and then another on the third tier. And as it grows, I can add more to the other levels. So now it's time for this one. This is the result. I think it worked. For the next days, I'm gonna see how the other plants react to that, but I think they're going to be fine. Today is my husband's birthday, and like every year, I bake whatever cake he chooses. This time he asked for a classic, carrot cake with chocolate frosting. Simple, sweet, and just the way he likes it. So I headed to the grocery store to pick up a few ingredients we were missing. Just the usual: carrots, of course, and a few odds and ends. There is something oddly comforting about shopping for a cake you know you will make someone you love smile. I made it back just in time. Because not long after, the skies opened up and a storm rolled in. It was beautiful to watch and honestly a gift for my garden. But a bit inconvenient, considering the plan was to celebrate my husband's birthday out on the balcony. The cake by the part that is most annoying, at least for me. I'm gonna shred the carrots. It will be the first time that I bake a carrot cake, but I grew up eating carrot cake a lot because it's really common in Brazil, and my mom used to make this for me all the time. And another thing, usually when I see carrot cakes here in Canada, they frost with with white frosting, which I believe is made of vanilla or something like a regular frosting. But in Brazil, the carrot cake that we make traditionally, we cover it with chocolate. So we use like chocolate icing or chocolate frosting, and that's the version I'm gonna make. And I'm so glad that he asked for carrot cake because it's one of my favorites. And he specifically said carrot cake with chocolate. So that's what we are going to make today. birthday isn't made of cake alone. I also prepared a light dinner so we could enjoy the balcony once the rain finally gave us a break. Something simple. It was a weekday after all. And we wanted to save room for plenty of cake. Thursday's run was more in the line with what I usually do on this day, shorter than Tuesdays. I ran 12 kilometers today. The heat and humidity just keep climbing. But since I'm already out the door around 5 a.m., there is really no way to start any earlier to avoid it. Still, there is a kind of quiet strength in showing up before the sun, moving through the stillness while the world is still half asleep. We can make life so beautiful, especially on special occasions like birthdays, but this is the situation right now. There is always a price to pay, right? Well, I know it's not like this, and actually it's not my husband's birthday's fault, because it's not that I did a lot of things yesterday. I did a little more than usual, but it's not that crazy. It's because we have a rule here that on our birthdays we don't do anything. So usually my husband is the one who puts everything away after dinner. He's in charge to load the dishwasher. I usually don't have to deal with the aftermath of all the mess I make in the kitchen, but because it was his birthday, he didn't have to do that. And when it's my birthday, I don't cook, I don't do anything, none of my tasks, my regular tasks. So it's fair, but now I have to deal with this. Actually, this morning he started cleaning a little bit, and I told him, no worries, it's your birthday's present, so you don't need to deal with that. But yeah, I cannot wait for my birthday. Last night was so out of our routine that I actually forgot that I had to cook double for today, because usually I cook double so I don't have to worry about lunch, but I totally forgot. So this morning, before my husband went to work, I had to cook something quick. I did something that I showed here so many times because I prepare it all the time. It's a pasta, a red lentil pasta packed with protein that I make with tomato sauce, my own tomato sauce. I add mackerel, more protein, and I finish with spinach. Super simple, but very nutritious, and actually super quick to make. This is my go-to recipe every time I have to think about something quick, but I still want to eat something healthy. Even with the intense heat, the balcony was still damp. Especially our outdoor bed, which stayed disturbingly wet. So I had to settle for reading in the chair instead. It wasn't quite as cozy, but sometimes the quiet of the moment makes up for the lack of comfort. Friday, and I feel like I don't feel, I know I finished everything I had to do this week regarding work. So it's gonna be not a lazy Friday, but I would say a good Friday because it's a Friday that I can enjoy other things in life besides work. And one of those things, actually this is part of my work, right? If you watched the latest vlog, yeah, it was last week I started the preparation for my dried tomatoes. I make them quite often. I have a dehydrator and then I soak them in olive oil and herbs from my garden, garlic, and I like to leave it for a whole week in the fridge before I drain them. So of course they are going to absorb a little of the olive oil, but besides that I like to drain them, and then I will have infused olive oil, tomato infused olive oil. And I love this oil. I use a lot for my salad and I make it constantly. As you can see, I have to refill my bottle. Actually, let me smell it. This is what I call enjoying life. Smelling homemade dried tomatoes. Yeah, I know. If you've been following my garden journey, you know that I planted those pots. Actually, these ones, the first 3 tiers, I planted from seedlings, but the 2 last years, they are from, I planted seeds. And these were planted 4 days after this one. And I'm kind of worried because here, as you can see, the lettuce is thriving. Actually, everything is thriving. Well, everything but the pansies. I have pansies on the last years. But here, I don't know, my hypothesis is that I planted the seeds too deep. I actually made holes here before I placed the seeds, so I think they are too deep and that's why they didn't. It's not that they didn't germinate, but some of them, I think it took too long. I still have seeds, so I'm gonna try to plant the same way I planted here, because here, I don't know, it was the second one. I was just testing. I still had some seedings, so I kind of just tossed them here. So I'm gonna do something similar here to see what happens. Oops. Oh, too much. I don't wanna kill the ones that are living here already. Let's The best way to end the week is with the ones we love. Lately, we've started a little ritual, putting together a charcuterie board and enjoying it out on the balcony. It's become our favorite way to unwind. Sharing good food, talking about the week, and quietly building new memories together.
close and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
What a different Saturday today, because the weather is so warm. The sky is not blue, it's not beautiful. It's kind of humid right now, but it's hot. We decided to take advantage of the weather and we are walking. In the park, and now we made this detour from the park to pass by a Starbucks and get a coffee. And I think it's gonna be my first cold brew coffee of the season. It's always exciting every year this day when I can go to the Starbucks and order a cold brew coffee.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through.
Faz uma diferença.
No limit to what we can do.
There are so many things I love about my relationship with my husband, but one of my favorites, without a doubt, is our ability to truly enjoy the simple moments.
Things are finally right.
Yes, we go out often. We've dined at incredible restaurants, collected new experiences, and made unforgettable memories. But we are just as happy sitting together on the grass, doing nothing at all.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather.
Sometimes just being there, fully present, is more than enough. On the way back from the park, we stopped by a little restaurant near home to grab a quick bite. The day had started out warm, but the weather was already beginning to cool. And we took it as a sign. It was the perfect excuse to slow down and enjoy a restful Saturday. I watched some soccer out on the balcony while my husband took a nap. But in the end, he joined me. And somehow, just sitting there together made the game feel even better. Thank you for spending the week with me. But we don't have to say goodbye just yet. You can spend another week with me in the next video I've left here for you.